Hello, I'm Jacob, and this is the Preppers Bunker Outdoors. Today is Tactical Tuesday. I shared a misspelled post on Instagram today or yesterday that made a very valid point regardless of the terrible grammar. That will be the thumbnail for this video. And what the post said is that if you've chosen to be a first responder, you are no longer allowed to be out of shape. And I want to talk about that a little bit and what that means to me and why it's pertinent to you, no matter what your job is or what your lifestyle or where on this earth you live. But first, before we start this hate train, I gotta talk about how this channel produces money. It's sponsored through beachandtactical.com. That is my website where I make tactical and practical gear. Please check that out. I make rifle slings, stuff like that. Also, I am a brand ambassador for Grunt Style. And I do have a Patreon as well, if you like to support channels making good content. So, to get this started, if you choose to be what is considered a first responder, law enforcement, fire, EMS, whatever the case may be, you have chosen to live a career where other people's lives could depend on you. I know that just like I know personally from people joining the military as infantrymen who don't want to deploy or fight the enemy, there are also law enforcement officers out there who believe that they could never use their firearm or never do who knows what else. So there are always those kinds of people, but regardless of what you think you want to do or don't want to do, you've put yourself in a situation where other people's lives can depend on you. It should be morally unacceptable for you to not be in the best shape that you can be in. And what does that mean? Whenever we talk about going to training, shooting, survival, working out, mixed martial arts, there's always somebody who's like, oh, but such and such could still beat you out, beat you up, outshoot you, outsurvive you, and they're morons. Here's why. That's not the point. The point of any type of training or self-improvement is to be better yourself than you were yesterday and to be better tomorrow than you are today. The case in point, actually when I posted this, my sheriff commented on it and he said, I'm working on it. And that's all you can do. You have to start being harder to kill today, regardless of who you are, for when you need it. And if you're a first responder, you have to become better. Because if someone dies and you go to sleep at night and you know that the reason is because you didn't feel like getting up and running or working out or doing whatever it is that you need to do, you should feel like a pretty piece of garbage person. I don't know if you will or not, because there's a lot of garbage people out there, but that'd be a pretty terrible thing, right? Now, in the beginning of this video, I said that this is pertinent to everybody. Why? What we believe our first responders aren't. EMS, law enforcement, firefighters, those are all second responders. The only first responder is the person in the emergency. So if someone comes into my house to shoot me, I am the first responder, right? And you have an obligation as a human being to constantly try to improve yourself. So whether, like me, you find yourself at car accidents around trying to help people, or you're going to shooting classes, survival classes, or any type of education to make yourself a better person than you were yesterday, or exercising, being cardio or lifting or whatever, you should be trying to make yourself harder to kill every day. And that doesn't mean that someday you'll be the best MMA fighter in the world, and it doesn't matter, because what MMA fighter could beat you up regardless of how much training you've done has nothing to do in an emergency with whether or not you're harder to kill than you were yesterday. So every self-responsible adult should know how to use a tourniquet and know how to use a gun. If you don't, you are irresponsible. If you have children, you are doubly irresponsible. And if you find yourself where you're calling a first responder in an emergency that involves a shooting or something else like that, that you could have prevented but you didn't because you didn't get the training, they're dead and it's pretty much your fault. So, especially as a first responder, or the reality of a second responder, you might be overweight, you might be slow, you might be weak, you might be a bad shooter. Whatever it is that you're weak in, you should have the moral obligation and personal motivation to improve yourself, or you need to quit your job because you don't deserve it. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments section below, and I hope that you have a blessed day.